Hello everyone. So while we are still in the middle of Connect Live application season, I'm going to resume this video on Photoseries. Okay, so previously we talked about uploading photos, how to upload photos quickly. I gave some examples of how to add photos to a review and to a place. So now that you know how to add the photos, so what kind of photos to add and what's the criteria for a photo to be rank higher and to show up in the important spots. All right, so subsequent videos I will go into what where these photos of media are shown. Right, it could be photos, videos, 360 photos, etc. So all these type of media, there are various places in Google Maps where it's shown. We'll go into where it is and how to figure that out. So this video first, we're going to talk about what is the quality or type of photos that you need to take and upload in order to be ranked higher and in order to be featured. All right, so the objective here is a win-win situation. So I'm not telling you how to game the system. What the system wants, right? So when you go into Google Maps, Google Maps tries to show you the best and most relevant photo for you, right? So because let's say we open a restaurant, what are we looking for? What do we want to see? What do we want to find out? All right, so obviously you want to have an attractive photo, right? You don't want to have some lousy blurred photo. So what are these criteria that Google Maps application and servers are looking for? All right, so let's go into some examples of let's just go through that. The most there are a few different types of places, right? So the most popular ones are usually the tourist attractions. So let's go through that. So for example, here in Singapore, we have the Merlion Park. So this is a very iconic feature of Singapore and something that a lot of tourists want to see. So when you click on it, first thing, the small screen will pop up, and here you will see, I would say 1.5 photos. Okay, so this is your top first photo. The first photo will always be a zoomed out shot where you can see the entire object. So if it's like a building, you want to see the entire building. For example, if it's an Eiffel Tower, you want to see the whole tower. Here is a Merlion Park, so the Merlion statue is the feature, and we will want to see, okay, this is what the Merlion looks like. All right, and where is it at? So let's just zoom into it more so you can see it better. Here again, when you zoom into the full place page, you will still see 1.5 photos. All right, so let's zoom into the top photo. So this top photo is the most important one, and this lucky guy, he looks like a Chinese or Korean name. So it's a fantastic photo. Why is it great? You have the full object in view, you have some surrounding, you can see where it's situated, what's the environment, you can recognize where is it at and where to find it. Alright, you can see what's so attractive about it, which is that it's a beautiful statue and it has a water fountain. Alright, so again, so the properties of a photo, you don't need to have a DSLR photo, you don't need to have a full camera rig, you just need to have your smartphone, a decent point and shoot. That is sufficient. Right? Of course, if you have higher quality photographs and camera equipment, go ahead. There's no stopping you. But what's the minimum you should aim for? You will need to have a high definition photo, which means at least 1080p. Please don't go for 720p or lower, because most phone screens and desktop screens are really pretty high resolution now. You can go to 4K if you want, but it's not really required. Most phone cameras actually have very high resolution. So if you just take a photo, a snapshot using your iPhone, your Pixel phone or other Android phones, Samsung phones, all that, you will get a very high resolution photo already. And these photos are easily 4K, 8K, or whatever you call it. That's more than sufficient. Alright, you don't have to post-process, compress, or change the size or resolution, because the servers will automatically do that for you. It will resize it, compress it, change the format so that it's a very, very small file size. Okay, so again, you don't have to take a 20 megabyte picture and upload it because it's going to get compressed. If everyone loads a 20 megabyte picture every time you view a place, you'd be very, very slow to load. So these are actually processed and compressed pictures, which are still very high quality. You can hardly tell the difference because Google's compression is really, really good. Okay, so this is an example. You want a high quality photo with at least 1080p. That's my recommendation. The ratio wise, you can keep it to the default settings. That's fine. You can also do vertical photos. You can do 16:9, 16:10, 4/3. It's all fine. All right, you can see. Okay, this one here is not so good because there's actually some blocking of the view. So I would say this is not so good, but it's a very nice perspective. I would say this is kind of a bit irrelevant because you don't see the object, but you see the surroundings, which, well, okay, so this one again, clear shot, the object is fully in view, and resolution is pretty good too. Please don't submit anything that's blur, that is primarily a selfie. Alright, if you have let's say, okay, so this is an example for tourist attraction. Alright, so let's go to something else. The other category that we see very, very often are restaurants. So again, restaurants, because there's so many things interesting about a restaurant, right? You will have a few different types of photos that will be pushed to the top. Alright, so again, the criteria is you want to have a sharp photo. Okay, this is an official photo submitted by the business, so it's really high quality. If they have claimed their business and they set the top photo or featured photos, then there's really nothing you can do about it because this is by the business owner. Okay, so clear photo, sharp. Again, clear photo, object in focus. You can have it touched up like this. Okay, this is a user submitted photo. For this kind, you really want to have also the name visible. This is kind of actually the front door, so the name, the doorway, the design, or how to identify the place. These must be visible. So to get your photos to be of sufficient quality such that it is eligible to be one of the top featured photos, you must have something that is sharp enough, right? No selfies or mainly people pictures. You want to showcase the place, the objects, the ambience, right? You must have at least a minimum resolution of full HD, I would say. All right, you can go higher, you get compressed down, so don't worry about that. Just keep it as high resolution as you can manage, and then let the servers do the rest. So again, if you have a high resolution or original photo that's large in size, use Wi-Fi to upload it at home, right? You don't want to waste your mobile data, your battery life doing that. So take the photos, come back home, sort it out neatly, sit down comfortably, connect your Wi-Fi, and then upload it. If you have a lot, it can take some time, so that's fine, right? At least you're not using a Wi-Fi. Okay, so yeah. Are there negative examples? It's quite hard to find that because the algorithms will filter that out or people will report that. Okay, so let's look at another one. So as you can see here, right? So a clear, sharp photo of the exterior, you can see that the entire museum building is visible. It's a very clean photo. It's not covered by people. You can see the name up here. It's small, but you can see the name. What's important is that you can identify and recognize the main object, which is the whole museum facade and design. And you can see the layout. So when you walk past it, and you can match it to the photo and say, yes, I am at this place, and this is a very cool place. I want to go there. All right, let's see. This again, exterior facade showing the entire building. All right, so you might think that, how would it know? But Google uses a lot of very clever machine learning algorithms to identify features on the photos. It can tag this photo as a building, a signage, a food picture. So it will classify the photos where after you upload it and tag it with properties, and then use these properties to filter out and find out which are the photos that should be shown. Because if you look at these popular places, right, they have thousands and thousands of photos. Let's see if we can see the total number somewhere. Scroll down. Yes, this place has 31,000 photos. What is the chance that your photo will be the top one, right? So because when I come in here, the first thing I see is only this top 1.5 photos. Okay, so you really must gun for this spot, and to gun for this spot, you must meet the minimum requirements of a decent enough image. Once you have a decent enough image, the next thing after that, we will focus on what kind of images you want, how to optimize to get to the first spot, and other than first spot up here, which are the other spots that you can get photo views as well. Because maybe only one person will get this, but this is not the only spot where your photo can show up. Where else does it show up? We will figure that out after this. But before we figure out where this photo show up, we must meet the basic requirements of having a decent enough image. Alright, so that's like a very, very simple thing that you must ingrain to yourself, so that when you're going outside and you're taking tens of thousands or maybe just hundreds of photos, these will not become a problem later on. Because let's say you spend so much effort taking great photos, right? And then after that you come back and you upload it and oh no, it's blurred, it's poor quality, and it doesn't show up. It will get buried under the 31,000 photos. Alright, you will still get the points for uploading. You'll get your 5 points. Alright, you might level up your local guides level. But really, that's not much of a challenge, because someone just needs to go out and take 1,000 pictures and then come back, upload it, and now I have 5,000 points. But it doesn't mean anything, right? It doesn't become useful to the public, right? When I come and view the place, I don't want to see poor quality photos. I don't want to see blurry photos or photos of selfies. I don't want that. I want to see the place itself. So by taking great photos, you are contributing and making it more and more useful as a service, because people will appreciate this place and really be attracted and be enticed to go, right? So if you see that a restaurant is looking so beautiful and the food is looking so beautiful and delicious, everyone will want to go there. So your photo will get promoted, right? And people will find out about nice places to go to, and the businesses will also get more customers. So everybody is benefiting from this. So it's very important that you take good quality photos, showcase the place in a proper great light, and then build on that. And as your photos get more and more popular, you'll get featured more, and you will see it show up in the top spot, and you will get all those photo views that really reflect how you are making an impact, and a positive impact on Google Maps and Google Maps users all over the world. Alright, so give it a try. It might take some time to get used to it, but it's not difficult, alright, because everybody has such great smartphones now. Your Pixel phone, which I recommend highly, you can use Samsung's phones, iPhones, anything. All of them have very, very good cameras that work perfectly in the day, at night, indoors, outdoors, and all sorts of lightings. They have very fantastic features. And yeah, let me know how it goes and what difficulties you still have, or what other tips or what questions that you have. Alright, so next, subscribe, and then we'll go on to talk about where your photos can show up, and further on you can explore how to get photos to show up in these other spots. Alright, okay, thank you. I'll see you again.